It's time for Washington Fish Quest. This episode, Lopez crab diving. Alright, we're breaking down camp. I need to confer with the family, but probably going to go on one last dive here at Spencer Spit. Failing that, we'll at least go check out Spencer Spit. I've been at the Spencer Spit campground for 3 nights and haven't actually been down to the Spit. And yeah, probably get some breakfast. Chris and I might punch some mitts. We'll see how that goes because we both used to box just for fun. I'm wearing my boxing shirt there, one of them. So at any rate, yeah, what a wonderful time. You know, I think I'm going to need to reflect throughout the day too about a major decision. Let me show you this campsite. I assume it's pretty typical. So this area here, you could park at least 4 vehicles in the car area here. Then there's this rock. And it looked really shallow when we pulled up in the dark. It looked like this little narrow campsite, but when you get back here, it just opens up. You know, it's limited to 8 people a campsite, but you could easily pitch like 4 like very, very large tents back here comfortably. So as far as Washington State car camping sites go, Spencer Spit is pretty dang luxurious. Alright, we're down at the Spit and it is beautiful. There's a little freshwater marsh, or I'm sure it's brackish, or maybe salt. Oh no, judging by that algae, it's probably fresh or brackish. So fresh or brackish marsh in the middle there. Then the Spit is all this area here, all the way around. See Russell and Vanessa exploring over there. In I go. I didn't go out very deep. As you can see, the viz here is really terrible, but since I was stupidly diving alone, I wanted to stay in shallow just to stay away from the boats. So I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, you can see it moving there. There's a nice crab there on the bottom. That was my first taker. I searched around for a long time to find that crab. It was really pretty dead, that shallow. Alright, got it. Oh no, a female. She is back in the water to propagate the species. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this. Right there in the middle of the screen, that is a great sculpin, they're called. This might be kind of a jerk move, but I actually grabbed it by the tail. I sort of thought I was going to swim off. Watch this. I'm pretty sure it made a run at me. And I kind of had it coming. I just didn't think it'd let me grab it like that. Now right here, look right straight down there, kind of mid-bottom of screen. That is a big male. This is either that or a gigantic female. So I make a giant mistake here. So I was going to dive for it, but my mask is a little off because one of the straps is broken on the side. So I came up to adjust it, thinking, you know, alright, I'm going to adjust my mask, then I'll go back down, get a nice breastful, even though it's still pretty shallow. Look at this, just vanished. Could not find that dang crab for the life of me. I looked all over the place. And I'm about 90% sure that was a really nice male. Alright, back on shore. Can't believe I missed that big crab. Of course, the lesson there is not to have a well-adjusted snorkel and have a good breath. It's to be prepared. So I will not forget that or repeat that mistake again in my free diving tenure here. That female crab that I picked up, the camera died. I probably came across that crab 4 or 5 times. That big male one, though, he must have ran off to the Marianas Trench. I don't know. All these rocks Russell got while I was diving. At least one of us did good. Oh, look at that. We decided to play it safe and get to the ferry line early. One thing I didn't capture in my previous videos was this field here. The fellow who owns it actually plows it using Bisa burden.
It's a leaf.
Hey, man.
Give me your hands.
You want to dive on my son? Dive under the ferry?
Okay.
How could I resist an offer like that?
Yeah. Well, check out their props.
Alright, we're in line for the ferry now, like 2 hours in advance, so there's some trails here, so I'm going to walk down and see if this takes us to the water. Who knows, maybe I'll get a second crack at a crabby. Looks like pretty high bluffs, but I don't know, maybe there's a way down. Doesn't look like crab habitat, but you could certainly get in the water here. I'm sure that they don't want anywhere near the ferries. Let's see here. I think we're terrorists or something weird. Trespassing. Remain at least 25 yards away from ferry when ferry's docked. Okay. Well, alright. Away I go. As you can see, the viz here is quite a bit better than in that sandy Spit. All those little orange things, they aren't starfish, but there was a ton of starfish. I'm not sure what those are. There's little sponges or tunicates or something. Feel free to catch me in the mints. Couldn't find any crab right away, that's for sure, but did see plenty of sea stars, and it was beautiful down there. It's a bunch of rockweed, sea stars, barnacles. This was quite good. Yeah, I'm searching around there. Like I said, again, great viz. Just having fun with my cheapo wrist light there. Oh, there we go. Red rock. Definitely red rock habitat. Alright, that's crabby number 1. A bit on the small side, but it was over the 5 inches across the back that red rocks need to be. Here's my second taker. Yeah, they're in a crevice there. Much nicer specimen. There's red rock number 2. I just put it in my bag. Well, you've seen a crab being put in a bag before, right? Here's a bit of a deeper one. I don't know if you can see it yet. Little grabby grab. Oh no, I've made a powerful enemy. There's one under a rock there. Crabby number 3. Another pretty nice one, size-wise. Here comes my scariest moment ever as a freediver to date. Swimming along, minding my own business. Boom! Chris threw a stick at me. Yeah, really good throw actually to hit me in the back like that. But yeah, I didn't know what the heck was going on for a second. He was just letting me know the ferry was late, so I thought this was going to be like a 20-minute dive, but I ended up having all the time in the world. I think I was in the water for 50 minutes maybe, and then sat in the car for another 50. So yeah, the ferry was super late again. He let me use his dive light, so now I actually have a torch on my wrist instead of like a little laser pointer. I'm just going to dive down here to see what the bottom looks like a little deeper. I was really happy with my progress this trip. I still am underweighted, so that was my big takeaway. I still need to put more weight on that belt. You can tell when I pop up at the end of my dives that I'm a little light. But yeah, I was really happy just looking at the bottom here. As you can see, the red rocks and the starfish are really kind of the megafauna here. A lot of just vegetation, not a whole lot of life here. Besides the seaweeds. I saw that big huge claw on that red rock crab and said, heck yeah. But unfortunately it was only the one big claw. I didn't realize that when I was looking at it there. So I let him go. You know how spindly their legs are, so you really need to have 2 claws to sort of make it worth it, the harvest. Remember my enemy I made earlier? Well, I circled back. I didn't want to leave an enemy out there in the world. So I think that's crab number 4. But yeah, big claws on that one. This is another nice one. Old barnacle bill there. So cool, and they just sit on the walleye bait eating barnacles. Probably like us eating potato chips, you know? And here we go. This should be number 6 of my 6 crab limit. I get it. Yes, that will do it. Yeah, what a great dive. I really felt great about this dive. What a great way to end the trip. Yeah, there's my bag. As you can see, for safety, I never actually attach it to myself, you know, so if it gets snagged, I can just drop it. Alright, well, a limit of red rocks to finish off the day. Although I botched it on that dungy earlier, that was a nice little redemption arc. I'm feeling real good. And I said earlier in the show, I was going to make a decision, a big decision, and I've made it. So, I had such a great time here. The great food, the new friends, all the fish, the free diving, many other things that start with F. So I've decided to stay. Henceforth, the channel's name is going to be Lopez Island Adventure Quest. And you can join me every week for a brand new adventure here on Lopez Island. So join me next week, won't... Where am I? Oh no, I accidentally got on the ferry. No! 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 Well, see you next time on Washington Fish Quest. Alright, well, we're on the ferry back, but I promised there'd be boxing. So I'm gonna light them up. These mitts are gonna catch a beat down. Oh. There we go.
Yeah, you're left.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's a jab, right?
Yeah.
Okay, jab.
Power jab.
Power jab. Nice. Good. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Go a second. Sorry.
I'm just like 4 or 5 times slower than usual from all that free diving.